Welcome back again to the lessons. Here we go. Today we'll be looking at a complete function question where we're asked to do 3 of the skills in functions. Alright? Straightforward question. We're given 2 functions, g of x, which is equal to 2x plus 1, and f of x, which is equal to x plus 4. And we are asked to perform 3 of the skills. The first skill is to evaluate the function g of negative 2. Second skill is to write an expression for the composite function g of f of x, and we must express it in its simplest form. And we are also asked to find the inverse function g inverse of x. Alright? That's the question. We're going to proceed with the solution. So first, we are going to evaluate the function g of negative 2. Let's begin. We simply will go to the function g of x, and wherever we see x, we are going to replace it with negative 2. So here we proceed with our substitution. We'll have 2. We had an x here. X will be substituted with negative 2 plus 1 over 5. And all we have to do now is proceed with the necessary computations. 2 times negative 2 is, of course, negative 4 plus 1 over 5, which is equal to negative 3 over 5. There's no need to go any further. We have complete the evaluation of the function. Hence, the solution of part 1. Part 2, most people find a little bit complicated, which is to evaluate composite functions. Here the composite function is g of f of x. Now, let's look at the language. What this simply means is we will go to the function g, and wherever we see x in the function g, we will substitute the function f of x, which is x plus 4. Let us proceed. Here we go again. We are now writing g of x, and wherever we see x, we are going to substitute f of x, which is x plus 4. So we'll have 2x plus 4. X plus 4 replaces the x plus 1 over 5. We are asked to express the function in its simplest form, so we need to remove the brackets, which will give us 2x plus 8 plus 1 over 5. And finally, we have 2x plus 9 over 5. Hence, we have found the function g of f of x, and we have expressed it in its simplest form. We are now going to proceed with the third and final part of the question to find the inverse function g inverse of x. And doing that is just a 3-step procedure. The first part of this is to replace g of x with y. So we'll write y is equal to 2x plus 1 over 5. Secondly, we're going to interchange x and y. So wherever we see y, we're going to be writing x. Wherever we see x, we'll be writing y. And the third and final step, which we utilize our skills in algebra, is to make y the subject. Hence, we're going to proceed. In this case, we have a rational function, so we need to get rid of the denominator first. So we're going to multiply both sides by the LCM of the denominator, which is 5, which will result in 5x is equal to 2y plus 1. Next in line, we need to get rid of the plus 1, which is being added. So we are going to subtract 1 from both sides, leaving us with 5x minus 1 is equal to 2y. Some of us would simply say we bring the 1 to the other side and we change the sign, but that's not what was done. What is done, the 1 was subtracted from both sides. Here we go again now. Finally, we need to get rid of the 2. 2 is multiplying, so we'll divide both sides by 2, and the end result is 5x minus 1 over 2 is equal to y. Whenever we have made y the subject, we have obtained our inverse function, so we can now state our answer. Therefore, g inverse of x is equal to 5x minus 1 all over 2. Now, we have solved this function question quite simply, and we can look forward to more simple solutions in the future. That's the end of that question.